So President Macron basically gets smacked in the face by his wife, and it's a big deal to some people, even though it's not very much covered in the media. But I'm not gonna go down the same path as people saying it's an embarrassment and it's a disgrace. I have a different take on it, but well, let's watch the video together and then we're gonna talk about it. So look, there you see, this is what I don't like. If this was the other way around, do you know the amount of trouble you'll be in? But because it's a woman, this is basically DV. Even though he's a president, he can what? How can he react to something like this when this happened and caught on camera? How could he? Anything he do, it's gonna be bad. The best thing he did was what he did was he took it and he played it off. He even tried to give her his arm as at one point, as I can see, and yet she refused it, and then he still played it off. But what even more amazing to me is when the Vietnamese female saw the interaction, the quickness she turned and to avoid seeing it to don't why that's respect. And she immediately walk away. She did not laugh, she did not stare, she just saw it, turn her head and then continue. And everyone saw that, and then the audacity of this woman to just even though after what she did to him, he still held out his arm for her to hold on to, and she refused it. To show you that he didn't have any ill will towards her. But this is my point. People are laughing at him and people are teasing him and how he's not powerful. No, that's not. How would any man react in this situation? You cannot hit her back. It has to be a bigger story. So what's it gonna do? The President Macron, even though I don't like him for what he done to Africa, but in this case I stand with him because these things most time men cannot react, and if they do react, they get chastised by the media and then and they even end up in prison. But this woman, who is mine, is 20 something years his senior, because when he was in school, when President Macron was in school, this was his professor. She was one of his teachers. And then so when he was 17, they made the he was 17 I think, and she was like 40 something, and they announced their relationship. So the fact still remain: which man, any man, tell me how would you react in a situation where your wife put her hands on you, caught on camera, and even if it wasn't caught on camera, people was present. How would you react? Because whatever you do, you're gonna be blamed, and you're gonna get way more backlash, even though she's basically skating under the radar. And this is one of my this is what I would like to address more. Men being attacked in public is funny, and it's very funny when a man gets attacked, and it's people see it as well deserved. That's how people view it. They always view men being attacked as well deserved. And if you even touch a woman too strongly, it's an issue. I'm not saying we should, but my point is the it's not equal. So people gonna act as if, oh, if a man does the same half of what that woman just did in that video, if a man do use half that effort, if he just basically touch her and and stretch his arm out, that's an issue. They're gonna chastise him for just putting his hand out to defend himself. If he does this, And to defend himself, that's an issue. He can be chastised and then like, get in prison for that. So people stop laughing as if it's funny. Because what she did is not his fault. No matter what he said to her or what was going on, she had no rights to put her hands on a president. Anyone is a president of France. We know, yes, we don't like him and his policy, but this is not about policy this is about our relationship, male and female, and how people should conduct themselves. Keep your hands to themselves. Keep your hands to yourself, basically. So I'm not gonna join the bandwagon of teasing him and oh he's a president and look what happened. No, we I can't agree with that. I don't like the guy. I don't like his policies. I don't like the way he speak about about Africans. But in this case, I will defend him on this because it's utterly disrespectful for his wife to do something like that. If that was me, my reaction would be she would never go on any other um official business with me ever again after that after that embarrassment. But well, she's the wife, so obviously she's way older, so maybe that's not, maybe she's the masculine one in the relationship. Who knows? But anyway, women, let's keep our hands to ourselves, please, so we don't have things like this to be laughed at and looked down and he's not a man and he's this and he's that. No, it's quite the opposite. He couldn't have react no other way. Any other way, he'll be in big trouble. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Boom.